started coming out, you got to look at it and say, I can play these games for $2.99. Eventually, people are going to be playing these games for $1.99.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Without a doubt, to me, console gaming as a whole, in general, just way better for me.
Got you. Okay. And you brought up an interesting point about being able to sit back and relax and play games and stuff like this. It's like, that's kind of interesting because PC gaming is like really, I understand that you could, play your little flash games, Tetris and stuff like that, but when I mean PC gaming, I'm talking about, when you go out and buy the Call of Duties and, for the hardcore gamer. The hardcore gamer to me comes first, and then everything else is secondary. Yeah. Because the hardcore gamer is what drives the market to open the market. You see,
absolutely.
You wouldn't see all these Nintendo Wii casual people, whatever, if it wasn't for those hardcore gamers supporting gaming from the start, allowing others to get involved because they the one who spread the word and got involved with it first. So hardcore gamers on PC gaming, I feel, they don't mind being, hunched over this and that, but for the overall gamer, I can see what you mean about just being more comfortable enjoying your games for a cheaper price. Nobody ever brought that point up, so that's interesting. Okay, that's cool. Alright, now we're going to move on. This is pretty interesting because October 1st is going to be a special day. October 1st, PSP Go comes out. Now, what are your thoughts on PSP Go as a product and the impact it can have on the industry?
Well, that's up in the air. We'll see what happens with that. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't do well. People like technology. The first group of people who are going to buy the guys who like technology and who always go out there and support new technology when it comes out. But I think it's going to do well. I don't really have a big opinion on this matter because it doesn't really matter. The PSP Go is very similar to the regular PSP. You have options. So yeah, some people are going to go pick it up, and I'm sure it'll do well. But I don't know how well, if it blows up, if it whatever. But I think it'll do well. So that's just my opinion on that one.
Cool. All right, no problem. All right. Now let me ask you this, right? I just released a show called Game Review Battles, and I'm on my 3rd episode, and it's consistent. It comes on every Wednesday nights, like around 10 o'clock. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but I know you're a major supporter of the show. So I was just wondering, give me your honest friend opinion about what you think of Game Review Battles or the last episode you saw or whatever, and the possibilities of it and where it can go, because I'm getting tons of requests like, I want to battle, I want to get involved, and I think it's something fun for the community in terms of doing game reviews. Instead of just going to a site, looking at a score and calling it a day, you have some extra added value to the information of the game, and you got some extra added value to getting more people involved. But your personal feeling and your opinion towards it, what do you think of Game Review Battles after you've seen it?
Okay, this one I might ramble on a little bit, right? Because this is an area of the gaming industry that I feel very passionate about. Now, with your new feature in your show, before I go into it, I gotta say, the reason why I follow your show and why I go on your website and I watch the show is because no matter what haters may say, no matter what anyone else says, pound for pound, when you look at your production value, the resources you have financially, comparing it with all these other larger websites, pound for pound, you give the normal everyday gamer a hell of a lot more content than all these other sites, right? Every time I'm seeing you push features and you're trying to produce things for the gamers. For example, you on your website, I've never seen it on ING. I've not ever seen it on GameSpot, where you can leave an audio comment or you can leave a video comment I mean, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool. That's like thinking for the gamers and giving the gamers choice. So when you did your games reviews battle, for me, it's an okay feature for me, and I enjoy watching it. It's not huge for me, but I love that kind of stuff because it gives us so much more content and so much more features. And I like the concept behind it because I think people have to keep themselves in check with their reviews, you know what I mean? Because these reviews can make or break companies. These reviews can really, companies lose their jobs over this kind of stuff, right? They close down because of this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel with what you're doing, I think it's cool because people can go and they can compare these reviews and see, what's what. I think it's a good idea. I think it's a great feature.
Okay. Thank you.
But when we go on later on, if you could, let's talk a bit more on reviewing games because I would like to talk about that later on when you're done doing your thing.
Okay, no problem. Well, that's all the questions that I have for you, and we're running on 17 minutes right now. So,
okay.
I'm about to close it out because we gotta go back to the Hip Hop Gamer Show because I got more shit to show my peoples. You know what I'm saying? No, we do.
Right.
But what I want to say is, I thank you and I commend you so much for coming on the show, True Bear. For real, thank you for the support, and I'll keep continuing the support. Cool. And everybody out there, you want to get on the show? Just holler at me, like I said earlier, and it's on and popping. All right. So, True Bear, before I let you go, any shout outs you want to make?
Yeah, shout out to you, shout out to a lot of people on my friends list like Old Man 64, a couple people on M4G, Morgan, Dark Knight 66. And before I go, I got to let people know, look, don't let editorial reviewers dictate the kind of gaming experiences you want. Okay, go out there, support these games, go out and rent games, don't let them dictate what you can play. Okay?
Right. No problem, dog. And thank you for leaving us. I felt like that was the G.I. Joe commercial right there, son. And no one is half the battle.
I would like to talk a bit more about that, but I understand you got time restraints. So
yeah, so okay, man. I will thank you so much for great gamers in the street. One love and God bless. Back to the Hip Hop Gamer Show is gangster. Peace. Yeah. It's about that time for the hip, the hop, the RSS. It's the best with the Hip Hop Gamer Show. Yes. The rest is on. Now check this out, man. The first of all, I want to talk about my man DMX and my man Jay-Z. It's crazy. Now DMX, I love X, that's my dog, but we all seen the video, and if you haven't seen the video, you need to check it out because DMX, kind of blasted Jay-Z. Now, in a way, I could agree with DMX, and I'm telling you, I know I work at Def Jam, so I've seen certain things go on in front of my own eyes. Now, the situation that DMX is talking about is that DMX was looking for a deal. You know what I'm saying? He went to his man, Jay-Z. He didn't go to Jay-Z as like, hey, can you sign me? He went to Jay-Z like, yo, my dog, you in this position, put the money behind it, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go in. Forget all that other, bull. We from the streets, you know what it is, let's go. Yeah. And DMX went to him, and Jay-Z had that type of swag where it was like, well, we have to be more professional about this. It's like kind of like real Swiss. Like he forgot what the street was or where he came from for a minute. That's the way it appeared in DMX's eyes. You see what I'm saying? And one of the things that DMX has said was that most of the stuff is fueled by money in terms of Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z, it's like he has passion for hip hop, but his passion for hip hop coexists with his passion for money, being at the top of the Forbes or saying I got this or I got that. As long as he has more than you, that's his motivation. And to me, it's like to me it don't make sense because if you got $400 million, you don't need to make any albums. You know what I'm saying? You need to go through all of that. So you doing it, you obviously doing it for the love more so. And in terms of money and business and the way the music industry is going, you can get more money by not even doing the music and doing other things. So what DMX is saying in terms of that, I'm not sure if I don't really agree with that. But in terms of what happened when DMX went to Jay-Z for a whole deal and setting everything up, then I kind of feel DMX a little bit on that side because that's like saying you my brother, right? You be cool and you in a good position. I just came out of a bad situation, and I'm not saying that you owe me anything. I'm working hard. I think I earned it or deserve it. I had couple of slip-ups, but you're in a position to help me get back up.
Yeah.
And you don't give me that opportunity. It's like, damn, like